my name is Kawena Charlot, and I'm the director of the School of Intuitive Living. And today we are going to talk about clairaudience. And clairaudience is the ability to hear what is inaudible. So when you're clairaudient, you're hearing with psychic ears, not your regular ears. But it's a pretty cool ability. And so that's basically what it is. There's, how do you know if you're clairaudient? There's a couple of different kind of signs that'll sometimes be happening to a person. One is sometimes they hear a ringing in their ear. Now this is different than tinnitus. Yes, there is a health condition with ringing in your ears. So, if that's happening all the time, please get checked out by a doctor. But it also can be, the ringing in your ear can also be a sign that somebody has sort of stepped into your field. Another way you can know if you're clairaudient is sometimes you'll feel like a big fishbowl has kind of come down on your head. And again, sometimes that's a way that once you start being able to tap into this, that's a way you'll know that something is coming in and wanting to give you information. Some other ways you'll know if you're clairaudient, sometimes you'll hear your name be called. You'll just hear your name and you'll turn around and nobody's there. Sometimes you're getting a clairaudient communication. Another thing that happens for people is they will hear songs. Sometimes they'll just have just some random lyric from a song go into their head, and it just keeps like going over and over again, and they're like, what is this? So sometimes that's something trying to communicate with you. And sometimes, sometimes relatives on the other side are really, enamored with trying to communicate. So sometimes they'll even, get the radio to be on one specific song or keep playing a song over and over again. They'll to try to communicate with you in that way. So anyway, that's a couple of ways that clairaudience can kind of come in. It's really interesting. A little bit of my journey with clairaudience. This was one of the ones that I at first was a little bit kind of, I don't know, I wasn't super interested in developing this psychic ability at the beginning because I'm actually pretty clairaudient, but I just had to kind of ease my way into it, and I'm really sensitive to music. My parents were artists, and so I could see anything. There's no image that would really be disturbing to me. I could see anything. But because I was so psychic and I would pick up all of these emotions in music, I was actually, kind of like, I don't know if I want to develop my clairaudience. But the more readings I did and the more I would kind of be at fairs and whatnot, it definitely helps to be able to talk to your guides and with mediumship work. So this is something I've been working on, and it's pretty fun when somebody's relative on the other side comes in and you can hear them and they start sort of talking in a voice that you would just never make up, or just saying, I wish I could remember the phrases, but I remember being at a fair once, and these people wanted to talk to one of their relatives on the other side, and this guy showed up, this spirit showed up, and he looked like a cowboy, and he started, well, ma'am, blah, 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 and, well, if you kick the can drum, he had all these little sayings, and I started just, kind of repeating them back to the people sitting there, and they started cracking up, and they were like, oh, that's him. So anyway, it's very validating when you have that experience, and it's also a lot of fun to be able to actually hear your spirit guides and talk to them, and you get it's a different level of kind of communication. And then for me, once I started being able to do that or talk to my grandmother, which was fun to hear words, then now they kind of communicate with me in this sort of way of like half in pictures and half in words, and it's actually a lot of fun. If this is a psychic ability that you're interested in enhancing or playing with, one of the ways you can do it is you can just imagine that you have big, huge psychic ears, or you can imagine just like big roses next to your ears that are kind of receiving information, and see if you get any. So if you are, it's a lot of fun. So have fun playing with that. And if you are interested in expanding any of your intuitive abilities, or taking spiritual steps, or even healing, the way we work things at the School of Intuitive Living is we really use psychic ability as a way of kind of working through our stuff in a really fun, playful, and adventuresome way. But you know, it's definitely a part of it. So anyway, if expanding that is something that you're interested in, please check me out at kawenacharlot.com, and my email is kawena@kawenacharlot.com. You have a good day. Bye-bye.